Hey guys, it is Jen with Mother Time, and today we are going to be doing some more fall and Halloween crafting and DIYs. This is actually the last fall and Halloween craft with me for 2024. I know it seems like it went by really fast, but I will link some other videos in the description below if you're looking for some more fall and Halloween inspo. But I have lots of Christmas to get to, lots of Christmas DIYs. I'm also going to be doing a fall home tour, so we're going to get that in and then also get right into Christmas DIYs and Christmas crafting and all of the fun Christmas things, because I'd like to get a jump start on, especially like the crafts and the DIYs before the hustle and bustle of the holiday season. Let me know in the comments if you do too. But today we are going to jump into some more fall and Halloween crafts. So grab yourself a yummy pumpkin spice latte, hot tea, or whatever beverage you do. Don't forget that cozy blanket. Get cozy, sit back, relax, and let's get started. I have a few different projects that I'm going to be using these Dollar Tree candles. I have two different styles and sizes. I'm going to start with these, and this is so simple, you guys, but it turns out so cute. I'm using a Sharpie, and I am just making a ghost face, making the eyes and the mouth. You could use a dry erase marker, whatever. You could use paint, but you could probably use a magic eraser afterwards, and then take off the face, and then you can reuse the candle. This is a great project that you can reuse these candles for different things or just turn them around too. I know I've been doing a lot of ghosty projects using my vinyl, but this is so it's easy and to reuse. Plus, there's a reason behind it because I'm going to be adding something to it. And I kind of like that little bit more toned down face than with using the vinyl. So now I have some cheesecloth, very similar to the ghosty mixing spoons that I shared in my last craft with me. And I'm just putting that over the candle. And just like that, look at how cute these little ghosty candles turned out. So simple. I mean, couldn't be any easier, but they turn out so cute. And look at the two different ones that I made. I just love the way these turned out. For the next project, I'm using these Dollar Tree candles, and I'm going to paint them like a candy corn. So at first, I am going to paint my yellow. Now, you could use some painter tapes to make the lines, but I'm going for more of just a very simple look, so I'm not even worried about that. So I'm just kind of drawing a line, and I want them to kind of look not like perfect. So that's why I'm kind of like just making the line really quick with my paint, and then adding a couple coats. So I'm doing first the yellow, adding a couple coats. Here's the second coat. And then I'm going to be using orange, and I'm using my favorite orange for fall. This is Folk Art in the color Cinnamon. It's like the perfect orange. I love like that rusty orange color. It's so pretty. So now I'm going to add a couple coats of orange, and then I'm going to add the white on top, and I'm using Waverly chalk paint in the color Plaster for that. So first I'm just going to add all of my paint, and then I'll move on to the next step. I'm applying my second coat of the Waverly chalk paint in the color Plaster. I let each coat dry, or I actually dry it before I apply that second coat too. So once I have the paint on, I'm going to then let this coat dry, and then I'm going to add a coat of Mod Podge on top. This is matte Mod Podge. And then while it's still wet, I'm going to sprinkle it with instant coffee. I love this technique. I've shared it before as well. Let me know in the comments if you've done this too. So it just creates this really cool texture, gives it more of that grungy, almost primitive look. But no matter what style you decorate with, it's just gives it just a really cool effect. So, and you can go as light or as heavy with the coffee grinds as you want. I'll show you one that I did that's a little bit heavier. This one I'm just doing more light, and then you want to just dab it on, or you can brush it on, and it'll create a little bit of a different look. It'll almost like just change the color of it, but if you dab it on, once it dries, it just really gives it a really cool effect. So I'm just using my dryer, and I'm just doing it very lightly on a low heat because you don't want to heat the wax of the candle. But even if you have a candle that you've had on hand or one from the thrift store, you could use any type of flameless candle that you have. And look at how cool this turned out. It is just so different. And again, like I said, you could go as light or as heavy on the coffee grinds. This one's a little bit lighter, and then you can see here I did it a lot heavier, so adding more, and then actually taking my brush and brushing it into, and it gives it more of that rustic, almost primitive look too. So once they dry, set them aside for a while and let them dry really well. And then once this one was dry, I am going to wrap it with some twine. Now, I'm not going to do this to both of them. I'm going to have one that doesn't have anything, just so you can see how pretty the candle is. And then this one, I'm just simply adding some twine and wrapping that around. And then I'm making a cute little stamp tag that says candy corn. I love my little clickable stamps, which I will link below too. They're just so handy for stamping projects like this. And then I'm going to attach the tag with some hot glue, make a little bow with the twine, and this project is done, and it just turned out so cute, was so fun to make, and such an affordable project to do too. For the next project, I'm using this pumpkin jar from Dollar Tree. I'm removing the handle with my wire cutters, and you're going to see a little theme here, I think, with all of my projects I'm doing today. But first, I need to take off the tag that's on the bottom, and one way I love to do that, instead of trying to peel it off, is just put a little heat on that, kind of melts that glue, that sticky glue, and then it easily peels off. So just put my dryer on it for a few seconds, and then until it starts kind of lifting, and then it just peels right off. So once I have that off, then I'm going to get out that Mod Podge and coffee that I was using on the candy corn, and I'm going to put that on top of the jar. So I'm just taking my Mod Podge, I'm using the same plate and the Mod Podge and the coffee from the last project, and just reusing that. I'm just going to go over it, adding some Mod Podge, sprinkling that coffee, dabbing that coffee on. There it is, the same one that I'm using, dabbing it all on. Then I'm going to let that dry. Once I added a nice coat of that Mod Podge and coffee, I'm drying it, and then I'm going to set it aside to work on the second part. But look at how cute, just like that. Really kind of just changed the look. So these would be really cute to even keep the little handle on and tuck them around too. But I have other plans for this. So next in this project, this is all part of the same project, but actually you could do these, for something else too. I have these witch hats from Dollar Tree, and I've shared something very similar, maybe the exact same way, a few years ago. I know definitely on Instagram. Has it been in one of my craft with me? May have. I can't remember. But anyways, Dollar Tree hat, witch hat. Then I usually use a pipe cleaner, but I didn't have any. I've just moved my craft room and I don't have my pipe cleaners in this room. So I'm just using this wire also from Dollar Tree. And why I'm doing this is to make the hat a little bit bigger. And then also I can bend the top of the hat, you'll see. And then I'm using a sock. You can get a sock at Dollar Tree. They sell socks there, or you can use one of those many loose socks that you may have around. That's what I'm using. I cut just a little slit at the top of the sock just to help push it over. And now I can bend it around. See, I'm bending that with that wire that I'm using. That is also some jute wire that's from Dollar Tree too. But again, a pipe cleaner would work too. Look at how cute. So cute. I know I've shared this before. Very similar. So even though this is all part of the same project, this is actually two different things. Then I added some of my spray adhesive, spray glue. You can get it at Dollar Tree, or this is just what I'm using. Add a nice coat and then sprinkle it with cinnamon, and then I'm going to brush it off, as much as I, want to give it that grungy look. And then I'll spray some of the spray glue on top just to kind of seal it in, and then, let that dry too. And this really, look at how cute just this is. I love these hats just to even tuck around, but I'm going to be using it for the pumpkin. Next, I'm going to tear a piece of muslin. I just add a little slit in my muslin, tear it, and then I'm going to wrap it around the witch hat. And look how cute the witch hat turned out, just making those and tucking them around. But I have my pumpkin all dry, and I have these tea lights also from Dollar Tree. I'm going to pop one in the pumpkin. So cute. Look at how cute this is. It's all coming together. Then I'm going to take that witch hat, put it on top of the pumpkin. Wait until you see. Adorable, isn't it? But I don't want to glue that hat on top, so I can access that tea light, take it on and off. And then I also have this candle holder, also from Dollar Tree. I'm going to put the pumpkin on top of that, put the witch hat on top of that, and look how cute. Can you stand it? Oh, this is so cute. Now, I don't want to glue that pumpkin to the candle holder, so I can reuse that candle holder too. Also, it makes it easier for storage too. So I'm just going to, but you could glue the candle holder to the pumpkin too if you wanted to. But then I'm like, the hat needs a little tag. So I'm going to make a little stamp tag with the word spooky. So I cut a piece of muslin, stamping the spooky on there, and then I'm just going to hot glue that onto the hat. And here's the witch tag with the cute little spooky tag. So cute. And here it is on top of the pumpkin. This project turned out so cute and was so fun to make too. Next, I have this little stackable pumpkin from Dollar Tree. They have a bigger one too that's $5. This is one of the smaller little guys. It's only $1.25. So I'm going to paint this. So here it is, all the three little pumpkins. They're just plastic little pumpkins, but I'm going to give it a little refresh, I guess, and paint this. And I decided I was going to first do like 3 different colors, but then I'm like, I'm just going to paint it all with some Waverly chalk paint in the color plaster. So I'm going to give each of them a coat, dry it, then add another coat. So I ended up doing 2 coats for each of the pumpkins. And then I'm going to paint the stem with folk art paint and the color Burnt Umber. I decided to add between each pumpkin some raffia, so I'm just going to add some hot glue on top, then add a little bundle of raffia kind of going each way in each direction. And then I also have some little picks that I had on hand that I'm just going to hot glue around too. This is how it looks so far. And as soon as I did this, I'm like, this kind of looks like a scarecrow. And I was like, uh-oh, maybe change of plans. But I could see like a little scarecrow arm, cute little hat, make a little scarecrow face on the pumpkin, be like a pumpkin scarecrow. Wouldn't that be cute? Oh, I was so wanting to do that, but it wasn't the direction I was kind of going. So I just kept going with what my original plan was, but I had to throw that idea out there. But that would be really cute, right? So now I'm just adding another layer of raffia, some of these little picks that I had on hand too, adding the pumpkin on top. And this turns out really cute too. But gosh, that scarecrow is a really cute idea. I think that would just be really cute. So now I'm going to tear a piece of fabric. First, I go with this one just to show you, but I did change it over to some homespun just to kind of go with the theme here. But at first I was going to do this one, and this one looks really pretty too. So I just like to make a really droopy fabric bow, like the little droopiness to this. And how pretty does that look? I love it. But then I'm like, I'm going to do the homespun. Oh, that's so pretty, isn't it? But now I'm going to make my homespun and switch it out and hot glue it onto the pumpkin. And here is the stacked pumpkin all done. I love it like this. I love it. I love that homespun. I love the raffia. It's so cute and was so fun to make too, especially for just a $1.25 pumpkin set and some, a few supplies I had on hand. So now I have this little bag. I've had these in my craft stash for some time. So I'm going to just add a little accent to go with my little stacked pumpkin. So I have the little bag. I just tore a piece of muslin and I'm going to stamp pumpkin spice on the muslin that I tore, and then I'm also going to tear a piece of homespun over that, kind of make a layer of that, and then I'm going to hot glue it onto these little fabric bags that I've had. I think I've even seen these at Dollar Tree too, craft store. Like I said, I've had these on hand for some time, so then I'm just going to add it to the little bag. Now I'm doing this one, I'm going to add some hot glue, and then I'm going to add my spray glue onto the little tag, but you could just use hot glue or spray glue. So then I'm going to add some tissue paper into the bag, and then add some raffia and some little picks too, and just kind of make this as a cute little accent to go alongside my little stacked pumpkins. And that's the fun thing about crafting, is sometimes taking the supplies that you already have on hand and challenging yourself to make a craft with it. I love to do that because sometimes I have a plan. A lot of times I have a plan. Sometimes I change my plan, but sometimes I have no plan. And this was exactly the case, that I'm like, I have looked in my supply closet of all the things that I have. I'm like, I'm going to challenge myself to making something with just what I have on hand. So I have the little bags. I'm like, okay, I'm going to take the bag, and then having no plan and just kind of playing around, added the tissue paper, added the raffia to kind of make it a little accent piece. And that's always so fun, especially for the holidays and for seasonal decors, just kind of playing around and making fun little crafts like this that you really have no plan to begin with. Like, I pulled the bag out, I'm like, okay, we're just going to go with this. And then I added, I just cut that there. I just wanted to trim that down. Then I added some little picks to kind of go along with the pumpkin that I made too. And I just love the way this turned out. This was so fun. And like I said, I encourage you, if you're looking to do some crafting, but you don't want to run to Dollar Tree, you don't want to run to the craft store, look at the supplies that you have, shop your home and find something maybe you haven't used in a while that you have in a little bin and paint it or change it, add some decoupage to it. And just those little simple fun changes to craft with it, you know, can totally change the look of something. I love doing that, just kind of changing things and crafting with that. But this is how this turned out. So cute, right? With no plan to begin with. And here it is next to my little pumpkin. Adorable, right? But I thought these were also cute. So this was the other idea too, once I started going with this. How cute for place settings. You could even add like little Hershey kisses. So if you do like a little Thanksgiving place setting, put these at everybody's seat. So they have a cute little pretty gift that they could add to their home, but also have a sweet treat in there too with some like little Hershey kisses. So another idea for you as well. Okay guys, that is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this and I hope you got some inspo too. Give this video a big thumbs up if you did and let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. You can also follow me over on Facebook and Instagram at Mother Time. Check out my blog at mothertime.com, and if you've enjoyed this video and you are not subscribed to my channel yet, make sure you click that subscribe button so you never miss a video. Okay, you guys, I had so much fun. I hope you enjoyed this too, but I'm excited to get to Christmas. Let me know in the comments if you're excited for Christmas and Christmas crafting and all things Christmas too. Thanks so much for hanging out with me here today, and I will see you guys very soon in the next video. Bye guys.